Good morning, good morning. How is everyone? I'm just trying to make sure I'm on. And we're waiting for everyone to come in and to be shared by WoodUBend Moldings. How is everyone doing? We're going to do a small project for Easter, and I haven't done the metallic paste for a long time, so we're going to be using those. So please join us. I'm just trying to turn the volume down completely so that I don't hear myself. I hope you all had a great evening. Thank you for the hearts. We have 4 people on, and we're waiting for WoodUBend to start us off. Once we're shared, I'll turn the camera down. Solly Joe, for you. But it is dirty. I'll need a new one. So I'll put one in my next order. And good morning, Kathy. How are you? Hope you had a nice evening last night. Good morning, Lynn. How are you? I hope you're all well. And that the weather today is better than it was for us yesterday. We're just waiting for WoodUBend Moldings, WoodUBend to share us out. I know I'm always a bit early because, well, 2 or 3 minutes early. That's not too bad. Good morning, everyone that's joining us. My name is Rima. I am with, I'm so glad, Kathy. I've been thinking about you. I'm so glad you could join us at least. Good morning, Betty. How are you? You know, I have the camera I'm filming with. Which is an iPhone. I have another iPhone to try and catch. Oh, there we go. WoodUBend Molding has cross-posted us. Good morning, WoodUBend. How are you today? I hope you're well. As I was saying, and I have my laptop, so that's three separate devices, and each one shows something different. I would have thought that they would have showed the same thing. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Rima Bishara. I'm the owner of Walls and More. I'm also a retailer for WoodUBend. And today we're going to do an Easter project, seeing that Easter in Europe is coming up. So I'm going to turn you down and explain what I'm doing. So I got this, I think, I don't know, it could be dollar store, could be Hobby Lobby, I'm not sure where I got it from. But what we're going to do is add this beautiful flower, which is WoodUBend 60.99, and we're going to paint it with the black carbon metallic paste, and we're going to use a Posh Chalk stencil using a special mix that I've made this morning. I can't remember if it's This one or this one? Thank you for sprinkling, Betty. It's this one. I had a little bit of brown Van Dyke left. I added the rest of my shiny gold, which wasn't very much, but together they make a pretty good paste. I also added a little bit of Precious Collection Wedding Gold to try out, just to see how a pigment would show if mixed with the metallics. So let's get going. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to show you 2 weeks ago when I did the WoodUBend, I showed you 2 tape rolls, empty tape rolls, and this is what I came up with for mine. I painted it silver and put some little rhinestones and pearls, and that looks great underneath one of my eggs. Oh, no worries, Lynn, please be careful. I'm going to put my gloves on because as most people on my page know, my nail tech is not very happy with me when I show up every 2 weeks with pretty disgusting nails. So to start off with, I'm going to paint this in black. And let me just get I should have put, I have one over here. I should have opened this earlier. I left this opened, I must have. And I'm trying to, that's what happens when you try and do it with a wooden stick. I have another one that if this one does not work out, the other one will. I'm going to add some water to it because after a while, or if you've left your Posh metallic paste open for a while, it will start to dry up and to reconstitute, well, to get it to work again. This one is really dry. Let's see if we can get it to work. I think I need a metal spatula. So this is, I guess, a good lesson on what to do if your paste is dried up. Some people add the infuser. I think that dries it up even more. Let me just and there are 3 ways that we can use the paste. One is to add water to it, just like I'm doing right now. The other is to do it straight out of the this is not working for me. I'm not being patient. Straight out of the jar, which is what we're going to be doing with the next one. I should have checked this, shouldn't I? But I was pretty sure it was in good shape, but I must have left it opened. See, it's getting darker. And the third way is to just make it as a wash, which is a lot of water, a lot more than I'm adding here. And by the way, in my projects, it's real life, and you might end up having a problem like this and not knowing how to resolve it. So I want to paint this with black carbon, and I'm only going to do the front. and it will need 2 coats. And maybe it's too early in the morning for it. So just make sure if your paste has dried up like mine has, don't throw it out. Just add water and work it. This is just my first coat, and it does dry quickly. And it's not laying down quite flat for me because there's a hook on the back. I'm going to do the edges as well. Good morning, WoodUBend, Canada. Good. Oh, that's weird, Betty. Well, you know, yesterday when I tried signing back on my computer, it wanted a picture of my passport or my driver's license. So I'm not sure whether they've changed their... Of course, I didn't give them my license or my passport because I found it odd. So I'm not sure if this is their new thing, but if it is, I don't like it. I'll fix this again as soon as it dries. And where is my little flower? Good morning, Mel. How are you? It was really weird, Donna. And it was just before I went live. And they'd been up for an hour. Both my phone devices worked. But not my... not my laptop. So I'm painting this as well, and I'm probably going to do 2 coats. Not probably, I'm definitely going to do 2 coats. And I'm probably going to use the same Posh Chalk pigment that I used in my mix. Make sure that your paint covers everywhere. And I'm just going to dry it and do a second coat. Hi, Joan. How are you? Hi, Carol. How is everyone? I'm sorry if I'm missing... if I'm not saying hello to you, I apologize. And when you heat up your WoodUBend, or your metallic Posh paste, it smells beautiful. So that definitely needs another coat. even here it's drying very, very quickly. I'm just going to load up my brush to make sure it's mixing a little. Just give it time and it will cover beautifully. You don't have to have 100% coverage for what I'm planning to do after, but I kind of do like having coverage. There's some areas that I may go over, some I may not. I'm doing the edges because I don't like white edges. So we're going to be doing a few techniques today. I'm going to leave this to dry and probably do it again. So you can see the difference between one coat and two coats. And that's because my paint needed reconstituting, not because it has a lot of pigments in. If you have any questions, I think WoodUBend molding are on, so they can answer questions for you. And if they're not on, Betty can help you out. She's my moderator, my admin. And if you're watching on replay, because you didn't catch us live, please put #replay, that would be great. Just trying to cover up the edges with a second coat. I could have done all of this before the live started, but you know what? I think it's good to show if things are not working so that you don't wonder what to do. So now I have solid coverage. We'll dry it. It does, doesn't it? This one just needs a little bit more. Right here, I missed a spot. I'm just double checking where I've missed a spot on this one. It sure does, Betty. And I did this on a white surface, and this was done straight on WoodUBend. I'm going to move these out of my way because I don't think I'm going to need them. And just make sure that they're dry. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Thanks you, everyone, for joining me so early in the morning in the United States. And thank you, everyone, if you're in the UK, for joining me. I know it's early. And I know I should probably clean this, but I'm not going to. Now, I have a choice. These are all Posh Chalk stencils. I could do this one. I could do this one, which is just the leaves this way, and then, well, it wouldn't work as well, so I'm going to move this one out of the choices we have. We have this one, which I really love. That's a possibility. Another possibility is this one, and these are all WoodUBend stencils. I mean, Posh Chalk stencils. Yeah, it is, well, good. Well, I hope you're having your tea or coffee in the UK. Whereabouts, Joan, are you in the UK? So there's this one, or we can do this one, which I don't think really works with a cross. My favorite is still this one. And this is a stencil that I've used probably for 4 years. Oh, Helen, hi from Perth, Australia. What time is it? We've got Australia on. That's wonderful. Okay, so this one has some areas. You can see it's not a great, it has not been maintained well. At least the stencil has not. But that's the one I think. Oh, Liverpool. Okay. I grew up in Manchester. 10:39 p.m. Wow. Okay. So what I have decided to do, I'm not going to put any paste here. So I'm going to center this and try and avoid these areas. And if any come on, I'm just going to have to remove them. You can barely see it, I know, but I have an approximate idea. So what I'm going to start off doing is doing the lower part because it's easier for me. Now this was a special mix. Wow, PM Helen. Oh wow. Yeah, I grew up there. Now this is a mix of the Van Dyke Brown. I had a little bit of Van Dyke Brown left. I had a little bit of the shiny gold left. So guess what I did? I mixed them together. Not only that, but I added some wedding gold to just brighten it up a bit. And I just kept dumping in pigment until I was happy with it. So let me get... I'm going to do this. Try and place this in the center. And I'm going to use a credit card that you would use, thank you, Betty, that you would use normally as a room key. And I did add water to mix them both together. And I'm just adding And the first thing I'm going to do is actually puff it up right now. Oops, I missed a little section here, but we can take care of that. When you apply the metallic paste like this, and you heat it up, it should puff up. See it popping up? Thank you, Betty. And I'm a bit of a coward. I can do the whole thing and then puff it up, but I'm a bit of a coward when it comes to puffing up. Can you see it puffing? It's like there's an insect inside and making it go up. Thank you very much, Becky. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. So that looks quite good. I will remove the edges in a minute. And I am doing every section separate. Only because I want to try and center this bit, and hopefully I won't miss anywhere. I found a hair, and I'll go back and fix the part that I missed earlier. I'm just going to move. Oops, I made a mess. I could do one of two things. I can remove this, repaint it after I wipe it down. See, I make mistakes too. Yeah, I love it too. So I'm just going to remove this. I overdid it. I should have just... I'm using, Joan, the Posh Chalk metallic paste. This one. And actually, you can contact Artemis or Solly Joe in Leeds. Actually, I don't have to redo it. There's a hair here. And I'm going to try and do this a little bit less rough. I'm not going to keep swiping over it. Okay, that's better. But I didn't do enough. Why do I have so many hairs on here? Just trying to make sure I don't have to go over anything. Another one. Okay, let's puff up those two. First, let me just remove this mess. And again, we're puffing it up. And it's puffing, it's looking great. And it's puffing, that's my favorite part. And this is not meant to be perfect. Thank you for the heart. This is not meant to be perfect by any means. And I just want to check how this, okay, I need to add a little bit more here. Yeah, I'll add a little bit more here. And I'm trying to match up where I okay, so we fixed that part. Oops. Hi, Trina. And then we've just got the top. And it's puffing up again. And I know I have this bit here still left to do. But I might just fix that later and not waste your time. And hopefully I won't mess up this bit now. Okay. And as soon as you get done with the stencil, please make sure you put it in water, because it will dry up. And then you won't be able to get it off, like I just got it on my phone. I'll fix this bit later. I'm going to put these in water. And we'll clean up. I know it looks a mess right now, but it won't. Oh. It's almost ready to puff up. And as I said, my stencil is not perfect. It's a very, very old stencil. And that's the look I wanted because it's a cross. I don't want the cross to look brand new. You can also knock these off, these edges. When they dry. And let's try this one again. I'm going to apply some of the Posh Chalk pigment. And we're going to mix that up. I'm using the Precious Gold Wedding Collection. And I am going to get a small cup and just put a little bit. That's a bit too much. Hi Edie, how are you? I'm just adding a little bit of infuser. This might be a bit too bright, but I can also add some Byzantine pigment. Let's just test it out. And I'm just going to use one of these. And I'm just dry brushing. Actually, it might not look too bad. Just going around the edges. And adding just a little bit more. Yeah, I think I'm going to add some Byzantine gold because it's a little bit too bright, and you can do that. So I'm just adding a little bit here and some more infuser. And mixing it up again. And I think it's become less bright. Yeah, look at the difference. This was just the wedding gold, I think I said it was. Yeah, the wedding gold, and this is the wedding gold mixed with the Byzantine. Just want to knock off a little bit more. And I think that would do it. Now I just need to make sure I've dried this. Yeah, that looks good for me. Let's just dry it and then we can add it on. some of this. As long as it's not raised, I'm fine. In some places I went over and some places I didn't. Let's just try it out. Yep, let's just add some. I'm using Tight Bond Quick and Thick. Hey, Gwendolyn. Good morning. And as I said earlier, this flower is $60.99. Need a little bit more. And it dries clear and it is thick. And make sure you cover every part of it. And if it seeps through, that's great because it means it's attached. Let me check. I will check, Gwendolyn. So now, and if you get any extra glue seeping out, it's okay. I'm just trying to make sure it's centered. Just make sure that it is well adhered, and I've just got a little bit of seepage here, but it will dry clear. And apart from having to fix this, and the edges, cleaning up the edges, it's done. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and you will join me again in 2 weeks. Thank you, Mel. And that you will do this for Easter. And this was just a very simple project. If you have any questions, please message me. You don't see the flower? This is the flower in my shop. Yeah, it could be on order, Betty. I'll double check and see. And if it's not in my shop, it will be on order, Gwendolyn. So here we go. Have a wonderful evening. I mean, not evening, it's just beginning. If you're in Australia, have a beautiful... oh, Helen, come and watch. We've done some beautiful crosses. You can also paint the back. I'm not going to do that today. And I would also suggest that you paint the back of the flower because it's not very pretty. But you can do that once it's all done. Thank you for the hearts. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great evening in Australia. Have a great afternoon in the UK and Europe. And in America, if you're starting your day, enjoy your day. Have a wonderful day. Thanks, everyone. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye. Yes, please. I guess I'm still live and I cannot